Ladies and gentlemen, with the new patch, we've had quite a few questions today about Alliance War defenders and who I believe are some of the more valuable defenders now, and which defenders I believe basically are for the bin, which ones aren't very good after the patch. So talking about the two key changes that have been made with the latest patch, or 12.0, the first one is Black Widow was nerfed. She was brought down from 100% to 70%, and now that's 85% against skill, and also, 55% against mutant. So her defensive ability accuracy reduction is no longer 100% reliable, and the highest you can get really is Black Widow against the Science Champion, that's 85%, or Electra, or you could use Crossbones. However, you never really want to use Crossbones for Alliance War attack, because all the Fury stacks that he's getting is just amazing fuel for Mystic Dispersion, and especially when you get into like the top few tiers of Alliance War, like a lot of your enemies will have at least a few points of Mystic Dispersion, and in like tier 1, like everyone will have pretty much 4 out of 5 or 5 out of 5 Mystic Dispersion. So yeah, Crossbones will get absolutely wrecked in Alliance War. So if you want defensive ability accuracy reduction, it's mainly between Electra and Black Widow, and the point is neither of them can fully bypass kind of evade or damage back now. So that's really up the value of kind of those two things in my opinion. So champions like Spider-Man, Nightcrawler, Miles Morales, champions that are already quite good, are now even better. So the next thing is in regards to the modified health change. So now masteries like willpower no longer scale off modified health, so it'll be scaled off the base health of the champion. So modified health is, for example, when you put let's say your Hulkbuster or your Rhino or a champion with a lot of health on a node that has 200% health, it will go up from maybe like 15,000 to 45,000, and yeah, it's going to be not based on, it used to be based on that 45,000, but now it's based on the 15,000, so it's gone significantly less down in value. I think as well, like this has huge implications for Ultron and a lot of the Iron Man characters. I think Iron Patriot, Superior Iron Man, and Classic Iron Man are now like close to useless now that their regen has been like completely gimped on a lot of the modified nodes. Like that was the only slightly redeeming factor about them on defense before. Very, very easy characters to fight, all of them. So I think they've been completely killed off. I think Rhino's still a good character. I think Juggernaut's still a good character. However, Hulkbuster, I think has lost a lot of his value as well, because the big part about Hulkbuster is just you had this enemy that was so tanky, took so little damage, and healed so much with willpower, and kind of now that synergy's gone and really diminished down, I don't think it's going to make Hulkbuster work anymore. I'd be very interested to see it, but Hulkbuster's very easy to fight. Kind of that's the only thing he had, is he was just so tanky to kill, but now that he has, significantly lost his ability to heal, I just don't think he's going to be that great. He's going to be a bit of a long fight like Luke Cage, but again, much easier to beat. So that's kind of my initial explanation and recap of the changes that have happened so far. So for Alliance War bosses, I kind of think 6 characters, I've listed 6 characters who I think are pretty good at the moment. So 3 of them are Mystics, and now this is in terms of kind of like my tier list and who I think might be the best option. I think Magic, Juggernaut, and Dormammu are all exceptional options for an Alliance War boss, all have a lot going for them. Dormammu has his Degeneration when he's awakened, Juggernaut has Unstoppable, Magic has Limbo. I think overall, like, Magic is probably the top one out of the Mystic characters. Plus with Mystic Dispersion, like, it just works so well with any of these characters that if you have them as an Alliance War boss, you're almost guaranteed to deal like a significant amount of damage with any one of them and be a massive pain in the ass. So yeah, I think those are some pretty great suggestions there. And then we have Rhino. I think if you got an Awaken, like rank 4 5-star Rhino, really decent option there. But isn't the best in some scenarios. Once you get used to fighting Rhino, he's probably the lowest out of all the characters. Then we also have Spider-Man and Nightcrawler as potential suggestions for an Alliance War boss. Again, 2 very annoying evade champions. Nightcrawler is significantly more easy to fight though, so I don't think in top tiers you want to go for Nightcrawler. It's all about the Mystic champions in kind of top tier Alliance War. But, you know, I think Spider-Man after the Mystics is a pretty decent alternative. And then Rhino and Nightcrawler, they're not too bad, but they're a little bit easier to fight. So in kind of god tier Alliance War defenders, I've kind of listed down, I think Hyperion's really, really good with his power gains still. Electro, again, champions like Nightcrawler, Spider-Man, Miles Morales, classic Spider-Man and Rhino, they're very good for a lot of nodes. Again, like Magic Juggernaut, also Doctor Strange and Mordo, you can dot about an Alliance War like anywhere, well, in most places, and they'll be incredibly effective. Like Mordo's really, really good for screwing people up, and Doctor Strange as well with his passive power gain. He's a little bit worse, Doctor Strange, as a defender than he was before the patch, as he gains power a little bit more slowly now. However, I still think he has a significant amount of value when it comes to being a defender. So those are all of what I think are some of the best defenders in the game at the moment. And then we move on a little bit down now to some of the characters that I think are still pretty good. You know, worth taking maybe to rank 4 for defense, but not rank 5 worthy. Maybe in some scenarios, if you have a lot of resources, they might be rank 5 worthy. So I think Abomination is really, really solid still. Ant-Man is very, very annoying to fight. I really like Ant-Man as a defender. Just the dupability and Awaken 1 kind of screws up the damage output for a lot of champions. Although Ant-Man is quite easy, an argument can be made for why he's not such a great option. Agent Venom, pretty good, especially on a kinetic reactor node. Agent Venom has an absurd amount of value. Black Panther Civil War is great for most nodes, but he benefits most from any node that has like an armor up on it, because then he's always going to have his stun reflect active when you parry him. So yeah, really, really like Black Panther Civil War. I think Cable's quite annoying, especially like on a any node with power gain, where he has the potential to gain like quite a bit of regen and get to those power gain thresholds and gain like additional power gain buffs that might push him over to the special free. So Cable ain't too bad, you know, he's got a little bit going for him. Plus, people suck at avoiding the level 1, and the special 2 is a little bit tricky for some people. Then we also have Unstoppable Colossus. Maybe Unstoppable Colossus belongs in the gold tier as well. Like, he's really, really good, especially if you've gotten duped as a 4-star or 5-star character. I think Yellow Jacket was a sick champion before, especially on unblockable level special 1 and special 2 nodes. I think he's just going to be even more valuable, because if you mess up on Yellow Jacket, you just get punished so hard. Even if you take like 1 stack of the power sting, you're going to get stunned, you're going to take a 5 combo, you're going to die, or you have the choice to use a special and take a lot of damage from that. So yeah, like Yellow Jacket, I like Yellow Jacket as a defender. He's pretty cool. And then we also have Groot. Groot is very good for kind of some of the lower tiers of Alliance War. So yeah, solid champion. A lot of people really struggle to fight Groot. I've also got Dr. Voodoo down here. So Dr. Voodoo, again, he's quite... He synergizes really, really well with Mystic Dispersion, but he's quite easy to fight by continually baiting the special 1. I think Dr. Voodoo, again, he's not quite as good as the other Mystics, but at the moment, like, not everybody is super used to and familiar with his animations, so it can throw a lot of players off guard. So Dr. Voodoo's alright. I might bump him down a little bit with a patch, because obviously with the change to healing based off again, base health instead of modified health, it means the Dr. Voodoo, like, a reason why he was so valuable before the patch is he healed so much at the start of the fight. He's still going to heal for quite a bit, but is it going to be enough, though? That's the question. I think there are better characters, but he's an option to use as well. Then finally I have Ultron. Although Ultron has lost kind of the thing that made him, like, super... Well, I guess it didn't make him, like, super, super great. His regeneration was very, very easy to interrupt. Quite annoying on unstunnable nodes, though. We'll agree on that one. But his, like, random evade is what screws people over the most when it comes to Ultron. So I think Ultron's still a pretty good defender. Has a little bit of regen. Is going to have really good matchups against, like, if anybody's still using any energy-based champions to attack, like Magneto or Doctor Strange. Ultron might be alright. And then finally in the amazing tier, I have Hulk. I think Hulk is going to be potentially... Hulk's quite easy to fight when you're used to him. But if you slip up, if you make one mistake, you get punished so hard now. Like, even his special 1 is going to... has a really, really high chance to stun you. He's going to be dealing so much damage. Going to be hitting so hard into your parries and also blocked hits. So I think Hulk has some pretty decent value as an Alliance War Defender there. So those are just a few of the champions that I think kind of shine out in this patch. Are there any other champions that I've missed that I haven't talked about in today's video that you think have a solid amount of value that you think are worthwhile investing in for an Alliance War Defender? I'd be very, very interested to know. So ladies and gentlemen, let me know in the comments if there are any kind of Alliance War Defenders that you believe have a high amount of value in the comments below. Apart from that, thank you for watching the video. Hope you enjoyed it and enjoyed the inside there. Take care and have an absolutely fantastic day.